So we're going to start with an active toe splay. Do your best to spread your toes as far as you can. Dissociate your big toe from the other four. Try to move it up and down, left and right. Try to just spread them out. I'm still working on it, and I'm still working on the passive splay as well, trying to get each of 4 fingers in between each toe. And this can be painful. If it's painful, don't push through it. I don't want to break any toes today, but it should be a little uncomfortable because we're trying to stretch tissues that haven't been stretched like this ever. I personally wore narrow shoes for my whole childhood, so I started to develop bunions a little bit, and really narrow toes, and then ever since I've been doing this, my feet have become more normal, but it's still difficult. And then you can work it back and forth a little bit to get more functional movement out of this stretch. Move it all. Wider toes logically makes your foot more stable, therefore your ankle more stable, so that's the only reason we're doing this. To access the muscles in between those toes, more indirect stability of the ankle. And of course you got to do both feet. You don't have to do this every day, by the way. I've done this like once a week just because I hate it, but it's necessary. And then the corkscrew drill, this can be done anywhere. I recommend you doing this every day, at least a couple times. So the point is to get a straight line from the tip of your big toe through the whole foot, or at least straight or even anti-bunion angled. So basically you're planting your toes into the ground in this inverted position, and then you're externally rotating with your toes still planted firmly into the ground, and so they actually stretch. See, normally my big toes point outwards like this, but if I do this, I plant them and then I twist in, then I can get them to be straight. That's the goal. And this just, again, helps spread those toes out, creating a more of a curve in the foot, which we want. You can use a ball. Sometimes I'll use a 2-inch PVC pipe to stand on to support this transverse arch of the foot. And not even really supporting it, but more just shaping it. The muscles will support it. This shapes it. And so you can get a tennis ball even and just try to wrap your toes around it. Right at the base of the toes, put the tennis ball and just try to grasp it. I know you're not going to be able to pick it up unless you're a chimpanzee, but do your best to just wrap the toes around it, trying to spread, get some movement through there.